Today is a Saturday. Hopefully I'll get a chance to cross to the other side of the road. Normally around this time, which is around now 6:30 p.m. But since it's a Saturday, it's not a working day, this road is not as jam-packed as it would be on a working day, which is Monday to Friday. But it's still very, very jam-packed with cars. Just pray to God that I get a chance to cross the road, because I want to do some vlogging around there. Not here, but on the other side of the highway. This is the highway after a very rainy day. It's quite cool as well. It's around maybe 25 degrees Celsius. Yep, 25 degrees Celsius is considered cold in Malaysia. So how am I going to cross the street? If you look at the sky above, it's very nice scenery. Clouds all hugging the tall mountain or tall hills around that here. Very nice. And that's actually heading to Bercham, Ipoh. Where I want to go is here. It's going to be difficult, but I'll try. It's like playing Frogger. You are the frog, try to avoid the vehicles from splattering you all over the road. And there are a lot of cars. And you have to avoid the puddles as well. You don't want to get wet unless you're a girl. Girls who are wet is nice. A nice combination. Oh boy. How to cross the street to get there. So after waiting for 10 minutes, I finally made it onto the other side. Thank God. So let's continue on our trip. So when it comes to say vlogging or talking about my own thoughts, which can be quite dark and disturbing, I cannot do it in an enclosed space like at my house. I prefer to walk around and be like a crazy person holding a camcorder, walking slowly, talking to it like an escaped lunatic from the asylum. The nearest asylum is Tanjung Rambutan. The camera work is terrible, it's bobbing here and there. Hopefully you won't get seasick from watching the video. If you are watching the video, if you are listening to the voice or my voice, I do not know why. I do not have a lovely voice with a very low baritone that can make girls wet and secrete liquid in their most private parts. Unfortunately, I only have a squeaky voice. There's a manhole here. Long time ago there was no such structure like this one here. A long time ago. I don't know when they made this container-like structure. God knows. And this platform, who knows? Not many people use this road. You can see on the left here, this is the North-South Highway, a major part of the transport system of Malaysia. You can say it is the backbone of Peninsular Malaysia's transport system, similar to the Titi Wangsa range of mountains. I've seen that car before with a very large alphabet fonts, as if telling the world I am this number. So twilight is coming soon. Was it sunset? Sunset is coming soon. So what am I going to talk about? And see, oh, there's a rainbow, and those dogs are so fucking noisy. There's a rainbow there. Yep, there's a rainbow here. Nice. Hopefully there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. If not, at least 99 naked girls, horny virgin girls. Shut the fuck up, you dogs. And if you can see this one here, this is the Bougainvillea Club, which is near the GP, or next to the GP food court. Normally I go there to eat some food. So nice to see a rainbow. There are 7 colors to it. Notably red, in sequence of red, orange, blue, yellow, green, blue again, wait, green, fuck, I do not know. In Malay is merah jingga, mak janggut ke hutan bawa nasi ulam. Oh, look at that. Look at the clouds. Actually, it's quite a lovely day to film. So what I want to talk about today is guns. In America, it is a civil right, or one of the amendments or whatever the founding fathers said, that decreed that a man should actually be able to protect themselves, and by protecting themselves they have to wear or be able to own guns. Not swords, not halberds, not an axe, but guns. It is because back then in America it was the Wild Wild West. Nothing to do with Will Smith or the other fella, Calvin Klein, is it? God knows. It's quite an old movie. I haven't watched it in a long time. Don't know whether it's good or not. I guess it's not that good, and it's because it's not worth revisiting. So the rainbow is still there. It did not like disappear, which is nice. It's just a refraction of light thanks to the moisture content in the air. Yeah, it's very easy to make rainbows. I'm not talking about the gay variant or the poof type of wave. Oh, there's another one. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, it actually connects. Look at that. Connects and it ends up here. Holy shit. This is the first time that I see something that actually both ends touch the earth. Normally it's just only one end that touches the earth. Now there are 2, and it's touching my cock, touching the back of this hill here. So cool. Fuck man, today is like it's like having anal sex for the first time. It's both exciting and delicious. If you're wearing condom, that is. And hopefully the girl is not like has too much shit in her anus or rectum. Yeah. Hopefully your cock is not that long. That's the only time that you wish that your cock is not that long when you're having anal sex, because you don't want to like extract some brown gold from her anus. Definitely. It'll be surprising. I mean, you can extract brown gold from her anus, but hopefully the brown gold is not touching your epidermis of your schlong, and hopefully it's protected by a latex, a screen, a segment, a force field. covering. What's the word? A layer, yes, that's the word that I'm looking for. A layer of condom. Very important. Don't shit where you eat, or don't shit on the thing that you want your girlfriend or acquaintance to eat. Not actually eat, but to suck. Hopefully eating one's dick sounds a bit too cannibalistic and quite a taboo. So yeah, back to the topic. Enough of anals and rainbows and My Little Ponies and whatever. So yeah, guns. You hear a lot of abuses, the abuse of guns in the world, like say America invading Iraq. Whether it's good or bad, who knows. So back in America's backyard, teens have been like bringing their assault rifles into the school and killing their friends or would-be friends or once were friends, but in fact they wanted them dead. Oh, I never seen this one before. What the hell happened here? You can enter the place, but careful, because it's gonna fuck you up. Okay. So guns. Why should they like go and kill their friends? Is it because their lives in the college or in school is just so traumatic that they want to end their lives and kill their friends as well, or quote unquote friends? Like the Columbine massacre and whatnot. Every year it must happen. Why don't they do something more like heroic? Kill somebody, not their peers. Try to lessen the urge to kill one's peers, even though they were bullied in school or looked down upon while they're studying there. Why don't they do something more memorable? If there was a crooked politician, why not gun them down? That would like bring more fame to them, because there are a lot of copycat people out there. They want to they are fed up with their lives, so might as well go out with a bang and sprinkle a bit of notoriety on it by having one's name being plastered all over the news, bringing infamy and fame to your activity and your sacrifice. Why not do that? Why kill your peers, your fellow students, or your your old friends? Why not kill some bad politician who have been corrupt all these years and misrepresenting the public or the persons or politicians political base. He has been doing wrong. So why not kill these people, or people who are super rich, like billionaires, who are not contributing to the community or to the world? Why not dispose of them heroically? Why not do that? Why kill young impressionable minds and the bodies that came with it? Why not kill somebody more established and kill those bad people? Why not do that? Don't go into their own school and shoot everybody up. Go and do something else. Find a bad person that you do not like, that you do not agree with. I'm not saying anything. I mean, just thinking that politicians who are really evil, or who are supposedly evil, they hide behind their illegally amassed wealth. Why not go and penetrate their domain and dispose of them for society? Oh, this is for sale. Is it a nice house? This is a side house, which is just next to an industrial area which is abandoned. Most of the units here, the industrial units here, which is next to the North and South Highway are abandoned. Nobody is renting it. Some only are rented. So the problem with America, if they want less people shooting up high schools and whatnot, there's only one solution, that is to limit the right of people to get arms easily. If you do that, when the public has less access or ability to own firearms, then the less incidents of tragic deaths of students in schools will be less. You see, in Malaysia you don't see that happening because we don't have access to guns, maybe knives. Then again, there will be a very bad thing that might come of banning the public from owning firearms. If the world goes to shit, like a la Walking Dead, then how can the masses protect themselves from undead zombies? Zombies are dead, right? So there's no point in saying undead zombies. It kind of like cancels each other out and becomes a normal human. So undead plus zombies equals humans, live humans, normal humans. So you can see that one is the MH Hotel, and that's the new, what is it called? Fuck. No, it's not called fuck, it's called, I use the zoom and see whether I can find out the name of the property or not. De Festival. The Festival Residences. The Festival Residences, and there's the stupid web page, web address. What a weird name. It's almost finished. I can see the penthouse up there already. So yeah, why buy a condominium in Ipoh when you can get a landed property, which is of course overpriced, like all properties in Malaysia and around the world and around all these cities. It's just too expensive. It's because of people's mentality of wanting extra property. They already have their own place to stay. They want extra property for investment. So I only have one thing to say to that: is fuck investment, because it's making everything else worse. Everything is inflated. It's getting too expensive to live, man. Imagine it taking 30 years to like say to pay off your apartment. I mean around 30 years ago, your parents' time, although even though they needed 30 years to pay off their properties, at least they can like feed themselves. But nowadays you can't even feed yourselves after you bought your property at a very inflated price. Oh, there's a new building here. I've never seen this before. Strange. Yep, it's a new side building. It was never here last time I was here. Last time I was here was a couple of months ago. Maybe the building was here, but now it's already been like bought up and pimped up. So regarding the ownership of guns, if the populace or the society is not permitted to have guns, what if the world becomes too like chaotic? I mean, this commercialization, this democracy, this fanaticism with money. Everybody's like very enamored with the concept of owning as much money as possible and don't give a shit about the rest who have fallen through the cracks. What if the 99.9% were to rebel against their overseers or their masters who have the most wealth, the 0.1%ers? What will happen then? Wouldn't the 99.9% of the people need guns to defend and kill the oppressive billionaires and their slaves, the politicians, the leaders who have no money and they rely on the billionaires' donations? We need guns by then, right? Because you want to fight the army, you need guns. Society with guns has a higher chance of defeating the armies of each country, which has been engulfed in civil disruptions, civil disobedience. Actually, it's not civil disobedience; it's civil uprising. So in conclusion is this is one of the not the newest. It's one of the it's not that old. It's one of the condominiums of Ipoh. There are older ones in the center of Ipoh, but we are not in the center of Ipoh. We are in Ipoh Garden. So hopefully you have enjoyed my ramblings. I don't know why I wanted to speak about guns. So if you ask me if I had a chance to own a gun, would I kill my fellow peers? Would I kill the politicians who are corrupt? I'm not sure actually. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't dare to think about it. But most probably what I will do is I will turn the gun on myself and say goodbye to the world. Because that's the person I am. So this has been me talking about something, and it's a beautiful day. Been raining all the time. It was very warm this afternoon, very warm. The sun was very intense. Reminded me of the time when I was in Auckland, New Zealand. You know, Auckland in the New Zealand is the country that nobody goes to much at all, in a faraway land. It has a depleted ozone layer or ozone hole, so that's why the sun was very intense in Auckland. So this afternoon in Malaysia, it seemed like I was in Auckland. So now it's time to go. It's almost 7 p.m. I think. I guess it's almost 7 p.m. So these are the scenes of Malaysia, a typical neighborhood. If you like it here, don't come to Malaysia. It's boring, okay? It's fucking boring. If you wanna come, just watch my videos and you'll see most of it. It's boring, and it's boring. And you have to know one thing. In December it's not cold at all. It's actually pretty warm. So there's no ice. So don't come. Okay. During December it's a tradition to actually stay in cold places. Don't come to Malaysia. Okay. During December or during your winter time or winter season. It's very warm here. So I think I prefer the cold blizzard compared to the hot summer that Malaysia is always engulfed in. So it's almost 20 minutes already, more than that I think. So yeah, time to sign off. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and bye bye. You know what, I should actually come out more often at night because it's less warm, it's not that hot at night, less people, and I love to see the insides of people's houses, like the living room. I do not know why. I'm not a stalker, I'm not a pervert from my point of view, but it's quite calming to see the lives of others at night, walking around, looking into strangers' houses. It's interesting. Only problem is all those dogs. I hate dogs who bark. Can't they make the dogs a bit less noisy? Oh yeah, the only problem with living next to a major highway is it's quite noisy, and since that it is a very noisy highway, it can disturb your peace of mind by living next to it, hearing the rooms and the sound that's coming from the engines of these cars and motorcycles. I really hate motorcycles, especially. They are strong and powerful, but do they need to be so loud? It's like trying to tell the world I own such and such type of car that is like, I mean, such and such, like Harley Davidson. It needs to be very loud to tell people I can afford to buy an expensive two-wheeler. Ah, it's not focusing. God damn it. Nope, it's not focusing. Sucks. So I successfully crossed the road though. So danke very mucho, Mr. Roboto or Mr. Rodo. So crossing the field is not so wet though, because there is water everywhere. Water everywhere. Just imagine it. This scene can be like anywhere in the world. It looks like America. It looks like a piece of Japan. It looks like my dick. It's beautiful. It's also destroying the world with its CO2 emissions of cars. It's not so good. It's terrible. That's my shadow, by the way. It's not focusing, god damn it. Okay, it's focused. So on this side of this highway here, there will be the entertainment district of Ipoh Garden. A lot of youngsters go there. I think I do not go there because I'm not young. So thank you very much. That's the end of the road. It's the end of the road though for me. Oh, bye bye. Oh, sayonara. Oh.